Everyone, Reflexive Moon here. My name is Sarah and I will be doing your reading today. And for the third quarter lunar phase, the moon will be in Cancer and Gemini. Cancer or Gemini, depending on where you're at and whether or not you follow tropical or sidereal astrology. So today I'm going to be using my fabulous new, I'm so excited to use this deck, Labyrinth Tarot deck. So you can geek out on some Jim Henson puppetry, some classic 80s fantasy film. As you can see, I have a different setup this time around. I thought I'd max out on my Streamlabs skills and bring it on over to YouTube. So let's get started with this general read. And to start off, we have it's interesting, this deck has different suits. So the suit of Pentacles is actually the suit of junk. And we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is sort of kind of like the mass production factory stage of career. If you're thinking about health, or if health is a concern for you, then it would be like the daily grind of exercise, eating well, like all the boring stuff that you don't want to do, like the piles of things that you need to deal with, cleaning house, or just, making those appointments for healthcare, that sort of thing, and going to them. So like that whole lengthy, boring, mundane process of taking care of business in terms of career, health, wealth, and finances. Paying the bills. Got a lot of bills to pay? You do it. Right? Okay, so next we have the demon or the devil. And those are the fiery like sprites kind of in the movie. Interesting that they are referred to as demons. They were rather demonic. Also, I don't know, I'm just starting to think that was like kind of the racist part of the movie, not gonna lie. But anyways, we won't get too much into that, but it's real. So the devil, what's crossing your path is some type of bondage to yourself that you're experiencing, or it could be outside. You're having issues with outside of yourself. You're having issues with substances, overconsumption of food. It could be gambling, because we did have a pentacle card here, but any kind of mood altering substance or behavior is definitely going to impact your health, wealth, and finances. So that's what's crossing you. It could also be codependent relationships. That is another thing that can create a tone of unmanageability in your life. And looking above the situation, we do have, it's a bit of a mystery what's overlooking the situation. The moon is overlooking the situation. It's sort of like what comes to my mind first is borrowed light. You may have some debts that you need to repay, or the money that you have coming in isn't actually income. You could be dealing with student loans, living off of credit, living with your parents or guardians. But overlooking the situation, there is an element of mystery, and that could also be like the great unknown, like the phases that you will be moving into in the future. It's interesting when the moon is overlooking the situation. I mean, the moon overlooks the earth constantly. It's always there. So, I feel like this potentially could speak to a lesson that you're going through, or a phase of life that you're going through that could be central to like your purpose in life, why you're here, the lessons that you need to learn. Creating a cycle, basically, because the moon is constantly on a cycle that is constantly moving. It is a similar cycle all the time. Like it goes through the various phases. It moves through and is influenced by different aspects in the universe, but it always has the same cycle. It has the 28-day cycle. And that could be something that you need to look into if you are like a life carrying body. Where is your cycle at right now? Maybe you need to take care of your pelvic health. Go get your lady parts examined. I shouldn't say lady parts, actually. That's not very gender inclusive language. But yeah, go get your bits and pieces. Make sure everything's in order is basically what I'm getting at here. Oh, these cards are a bit sticky. They have this really fabulous sort of matty type of feel to them, but they get kind of sticky. And the Empress reverse. So again, very much relevant to the cycles of the moon. This is the Empress is usually like impregnated with creative energy or an actual child. But being reversed, it is the opposite. So being sort of at a stalemate creatively, perhaps not very nurturing at this time, not in touch with you've possibly lost touch with what grounds you. Also, what comes to my mind are like the elements, medicines, things in nature. The Empress totally thrives off of being in nature. And I mean, we're sort of at a time where it's fall, so that we're moving away from, gathering and foraging, and it's getting a little bit more uncomfortable to be outside with rainy, cold October weather. I mean, at least where I'm at. So if you're in a hot place, it could be that you just need to get out and go get some sunshine. What else? And so this is Sarah's mother, this Empress, and she went out and had to, leave her daughter to watch the child, Toby. But I'm thinking in reversed, it could be that, I don't know, because so much went on while she was gone, right? It could be that you are not going out and getting what you need, getting your needs met. Oh my goodness. My notifications are blowing up here. Sorry about that. So yeah, it could be that you need to go out. You need to get out more and start doing more for you. Easier said than done, though. How many things are there to do when you have children and stuff, truly? But this is where you're at subconsciously. And coming from a place where you've gained some new perspective. So you've been through some things that have allowed you to see things differently. And it's not a bad thing. It could be a very good thing, actually, despite the fact that, you're kind of hanging during this process. It's kind of like you were forced to see things differently. And moving into a place of, this is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So still a difficult road ahead financially. You're going to have to go through this cycle and put in some work again. But it's all good because you're at the 8. That's your concern. It's just going to be uphill. It's going to be a bit of an uphill battle. And it's not that you're losing money. I mean, it could be that you're losing money at this time, but you're still in a place where you're able to continue to make money. There are things to look forward to. You still stand a good chance of, moving to a place where, it's good for you. You still have you still have money to sort of play with a little bit, like you're still entertained and well fed and housed, basically. And then we have the Five of Swords. So the swords here are represented by feathers, being an air sign. And the Five of Swords, I'm just trying to remember it. Let's look this up really quick. These cards are quite advanced. Like, you have to have an advanced knowledge, and even the most advanced, knowledgeable tarot readers still need to reference the things. So the 5 is the ultimate conflict card. So this is your attitude towards yourself, and it sounds like that your daily grind and the things that you need to do are something that you super struggle with internally. And that makes absolute sense, because we have the Empress reversed as your place of conflict, where you're lacking that creative energy to stay disciplined and motivated. Motivation is difficult at this time for you. So you're going to have to build, like, you're going to have to come up with a strategy, a plan of action, and a system, basically. A domestic system, it sounds like, or a constitutional system. A system that will back up and uphold your constitutional well-being. And that could play out in various ways. Some type of system that involves work, having like time management, a great schedule. If it's in the house, then it involves maybe like a daily list of chores that you plan to do. Also a schedule. And in terms of health, like some type of regimen where you are, like exercising, eating healthy, doing your food prep, and doing like the food shop and all the stuff. It's a lot. That's a lot. But that's what you got to do. And hello, Phantom Punk. Just for all my YouTube viewers, I am streaming this also live on Twitch. So there are folks that are in a chat room, and I have the queue open, folks, and as soon as I'm done this general read, I will happily do a reading for you all. So welcome. We're just finishing up. We got a couple more cards to read. If you don't mind just sitting tight and being patient, I will be right with you. And we'll slap on some music and, create a great vibe here. So, outside influences, we have the Hermit. So so people are seeing you as a hermit. This is how others view you. They see you as a hermit, maybe a recluse. They may not necessarily look at that in a great way. The Hermit holds a great deal of wisdom. Ruled by Virgo, the Hermit actually is the kind of energy that you want to foster to create a sense of discipline. Also, create a sense of discipline, a routine. The Hermit on their own is able to do this, is able to basically overcome anything. They have what it takes. They have experiential knowledge. They have knowledge of the esoteric. They light the way as well. So they are the light they hold the light at the end of the tunnel. The Hermit is a great card. Now, other folks may not perceive it as that. They may perceive it as like, sort of like this old haggard troll who holds a light because maybe they can't see. But really, like, you can't judge a book by its cover, especially when it comes to, mature folks that have their wits about them. Like, there is knowledge to be learned from our elders, that's for sure. Hopes and fears. We have the 10 of Swords. So that's a great hope to have, is to have it all be done and over with. Like the hard lessons that have put you in a box that you are ready to just move out of and come into a new place, come back sort of full circle to this hangman position with some new perspective, new lessons learned, ready to move forward. And finally, we have some stickies again. Yeah. Temperance, emotional balance. Wow. What a great read. That is, what a great way to end off this read, I should say. Emotional fulfillment, like the 10 of Cups, but like with temperance, it's about the action of learning how to balance your emotions. So there we have it, folks, for this third quarter, coming up to a new moon in a while, but I really appreciate you checking out my channel, and please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if it resonates with you and you wish to get a notification when I'm on again. And yeah, please follow me on Twitch if you're a Twitch follower. Check me out at Reflexive Moon, also on Instagram at Reflexive Moon. Take care and thanks.